You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumping where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
JB, what can you just say about that fourth quarter and how you all were able to close this game out?
Yeah, just an amazing, resilient, response by our group. This team has a spirit about them. Never dropped a sword. Competitive fight in them every single night, and they've been responding. And fourth quarters seems to be our best quarters too, and that's what you want to do, right? So love the response. Down 11, went on a major run. I think it was 32-9 or 11, 32-9 to 11 or somewhere in there. When we were down 11, and it took multiple guys to do that. It wasn't just one guy. Obviously, Poole hit some big shots, but Z was incredible in the fourth. He got downhill. Obviously, Jose, he helped us, stay afloat there as well and made big plays, big shots. Queen battled his tail off down low. And then Sadiq again, big shots, big moments, comes up huge, So just a great, fantastic team win, resilient win. Really proud of the group.
Has what you've done with Zion, has that exceeded your expectations, just how things kind of worked out?
Well, the goal was just to maximize his minutes, and as I've said, it's a math game, and utilizing his full amount of gold coins out there, that's the goal. So I'm not surprised, where the biggest thing is, though, he deserves credit on it. That's the biggest thing, more than anything. I knew he was going to respond well, but for him to approach it this way in the mature, team first mentality, he deserves credit on that. I tried to share something with him, sell something to him. He embraced it fully, trusted it, and he's maximizing it. And he deserves the credit.
And what about just finishing this game without Herb? I mean, that makes it more difficult. What does that say about this team?
Resilient. We're a deep team. There's a number of guys we can go to. When your number's called, be ready. And I think every time we call somebody's number, they step up. Everybody. Anyone, whether it's a PV, a McGowan's, a Jose, anyone off the bench can step up in those big moments. And we trust our group. I think that's the trust we're building amongst each other, is when your number's called, step up. And obviously we want to have Herb out there, but next man up.
And was at halftime the priority to stop Klay Thompson and AD, slow him down a little bit?
The biggest talk was transition defense, number one. They were killing us in transition, make and miss. And we own it. That's on me. It's on all of us. Our transition defense in the first half, we corrected that. And then Klay Thompson was the second. He had 20 points, wide open looks, too many good looks. He shouldn't have had 1 3, much less what he had at the half. So we corrected that. And then the board was huge as well. I think they had 14 at the half, 14 second chance points, and we nipped that there in the second half. So a great response defensively. Really proud of the group.
You've been talking a lot about Derek Queen just battling like game after game now, and I think it's his 4th double-double tonight in the last 6 games. Are you kind of seeing the consistency you want to see from him?
That's pretty consistent to me, and to be a big in this league. And he's battling them all the big boys, all the best players in the league in that position. He has that matchup every night, and obviously Anthony Davis is, he's a problem down there. And I think as the game went, DQ found some footing, with him. But he's huge for us on the board, rim protection. He's doing a great job down there. But the group as a whole, I think we did a much better job second half swarming, AD, not making it as easy for him. We started to double team him in the fourth quarter. We kind of tried to hold it, and we might have held it too late, to be honest with you. We probably should have went and got him a little bit earlier. We held it to the fourth quarter. That helped us in that run.
Something that I feel like doesn't show up on the stat sheet that much is Jordan Poole's defense in the second half, like forcing turnovers. How big was his impact there?
Yeah, I mean, he was great. I mean, he a couple offensive fouls and steals and active hands. And I think that's what he needs to be for us defensively. He's got to be active, pesky with his hands, fighting through screens, drawing, offensive fouls. And he can do that. He's been doing this for a number of years. So he was great tonight, the way he closed in the fourth quarter on both ends of the floor.
Can you talk a little bit about the atmosphere tonight? It felt like one of the loudest.
I mean, I can't say enough about this crowd in this city. I hope they start to embrace this team and love this team because, at the end of the day, we're fighting for this community. We want to be right there with them, and we felt the love, the support. This place was rocking, and so they brought us home tonight. I mean, the fans brought us home. Our players love it when they show up like this, and no matter who shows up every night, they bring it. Number one, it just the more of them we have, the better for us, and our players fed off that. They were fantastic. The fans were amazing.
What's impressed you the most throughout this 5-game winning streak about this group?
Just their overall toughness. This group that never gives in, always stays together. They're committed to one another. And I think that's the culture, the identity we're starting to form is we believe in one another, we trust one another, and we play for one another. And we don't know whose night it's going to be, but we just trust somebody's going to get it done out there. And everybody's on board with that. Everybody trusts that. And the goal is to win, and that's what we're doing.
Jake, do you know how severe Herb's injury is at this time?
I don't have an update. Yeah.
Is it too early to know what you got a back-to-back like Zion, David go, or
I don't. We'll figure that on the plane. How long is that flight? Who's from Cleveland? Anyone from here from Cleveland? No. We'll figure it on the flight. I don't know. I got to see with the the performance team. Obviously, some guys played big minutes. Looks like we held Zeke pretty good there. Not bad. But we'll evaluate here on the plane and talk to performance and see where we're at. Okay, thanks, everybody. Thanks.
All right, shout out to the fam for all things Pelicans. You're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Guess what, fam? The Pels dispatched knockoff Mavs 119-113 to improve to 8-22 on the season. They gained a 5th straight win of the season, and the Pelicans have found the groove. And they're executing, man. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you for being in the stream. Please do us a service by spiking the like button, hitting the share button, and if you're not a sub up. PPR representing the flock and nation. Stand up, man. We up in this thing. Coach Borrego delivering the scoop, talking real deal. And Coach, guess what? The fam base has definitely wrapped its arms around the Pelicans. It's always has, and it's been tough love from the fan base. We finally see the Pelicans making the correct motions and moves to move this thing in the proper direction like we always thought it should. So shout out to Coach Borrego. DC, how you doing tonight, man?
Oh, man, I'm ecstatic, man. It's almost like we had an exorcism. Q, the ghost of Willie Green has been exorcised.
Oh, my God.
I saw it at the end of the game. Q, Willie made his last run, trying to cause us to lose that damn game when they ain't no damn time and start taking all them dumbass shots. That was the ghost of Willie Green, Q.
Bro, Willie's
it's gone now, man. They exorcised it.
Dude,
he made his last hoorah at the last 56 seconds, bro.
I'm saying, DC, we seen the points. I seen the graphic from the game, man. In the month of December, the Pelicans are number 1 in the NBA in terms of scoring. So I mean, this is phenomenal, man. Watching this happen, and as long as the Pelicans are playing like this, they can beat anybody, man. Maybe not OKC because we still got a lot of stuff to clean up, and they're pretty disciplined. But man, listen, as we keep galvanizing and playing, man, this is going to be special, man. It really is. 5 in a row, man. This is the first time we've seen 5 in a row since what, 2024?
No, actually, we could not win 5 games in a row in 2024.
Was it 23?
Go back to see the 23 or 22. I gotta look it up to make sure.
Nah, go ahead, bro. I'll look it up.
But yeah, the Pels went out, man. They handled business. Shout out to Jordan Poole, man.
For real.
Zion closed the door. Zion handled his business, and he deserves to be player of the game. Jordan Poole was the catalyst, man. Jordan Poole turned the game. He had an excellent 3-point shot that he took. I think it was maybe around a 9-8 minute mark in that fourth quarter. Then I think he got a little 2-pointer. He hit the 3 in the corner. He got a charge, a steal. He was just out there doing everything, man. He had like 10 points in the fourth quarter. And the whole just motion for us to get back into that game and go ahead and win it started with Jordan Poole. But obviously the way the Pels have been playing, and for them to climb up out of this hole they've been, it ain't no one person effort. And Sadiq Bey continues to show up as well, man.
Dude, awesome, bro.
Man, it's like everybody was, we was on the Jordan Poole thing. We touched on it. We talked about Sadiq Bey. I knew he would be good here. I was pretty sure he'd be a 14-point, 13-point game guy. That's why we was high on him and just the bench, but he's exceeding my expectations, man. Sadiq Bey, I ain't gonna say he can be like a number 1 on the team, but he damn sure could be like a number 3 player, man, like a number 3 option. This dude can be that. You could give him the ball in crucial points in the game, man. He'd get you a bucket, man. Play smart. He gonna go out there, get you rebounds, play solid defense, and he just plays the game the right way, man. So shout out to him, man. Before we get to the man of the hour, Zion, man, went and just went nuclear. The last 3-4 minutes of the game. I was looking at Zion in 4 quarters, just like we were talking in the pre-production meeting with Big Q about him, kind of just floating around, not doing nothing. And man, he around about that 4-minute mark, bro, he just turned it on. And I'm seeing something with Zion, almost like he's lulling them. He was lulling them to sleep tonight, man. Like he running around like he ain't gonna do nothing, and he just take off.
Yeah, he had 16 at that point, and then all of a sudden, the thruster and just went to work, man. He did a real good job tonight, closing the game for the Pelicans, fighting inside, and then of course hitting the free throws. Zion Williamson continues to knock down free throws. He gets to the line. He improved significant. That's one of the biggest significant improvements I've seen in terms of what he's doing from the foul line. He was 4 for 4 tonight, DC, and a couple of them we really need him to add it on to keep the Pelicans ahead. And he did more than that. And he 24 points in 25 minutes is pretty respectable for Zion, and a lot of them came in the end. He also drew 9 rebounds in there. So it was a very special night for Zion in terms of him in that role and helping the Pelicans seal their 5th straight win, bro. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, man. Very good. The Pelicans, of course, take this regular season series 2-1. I think the final game of this series is in March, mid-March. We'll go up. It'll be here. Matter of fact, it'll be here in the Smoothie King Center mid-March, March the 16th, 7 p.m. So we'll close that deal against them. And guess what, DC? Once again, James Borrego beats Jason Kidd.
Man, Jason Kidd, he said it, bro. He said he's scared when James Borrego show up, man. And Jason Kidd, he made a hell of an adjustment, bro. Because for a minute, this Dallas team, they pulled the Uno reverse on us, Q. We was out there running, in that first quarter, and we were, looking like we about to leave out of the first quarter with a 15, 16-point lead. And they pulled the Uno reverse on us and started running harder and faster than us. And this ain't even a team known for pace, bro. That was a hell of an adjustment by Jason Kidd. And they kept that up for a huge portion of the game, man. We were actually tired. We the team that's supposed to go out there and run with pace, and we got tired. But you know, the Pels, they harnessed some of that New Orleans energy, man. They was resilient. They pushed through. They figured out something, and they figured out a way to get the win. But Borrego has done I think a masterful job, man. Some people probably gonna give him his credit. Some people gonna give it to the players, but just his ability to even the Zion from the bench thing, you know, to go with that and look at the results. All the players look like when he got something to tell them on the sideline, they all ears to what he got to say. When guys aren't playing well and they come out the game, they don't seem, you know, upset. Body language is good for everybody, man. We got a team that has an identity. Players know what they're supposed to be doing. They try to, you know, stick within their roles. When they get outside of it, they try to readjust and get back to it. And it's a beautiful thing to see. You know, it's been a while since we actually had a team with a plan where players have defined roles and the ability to make adjustments and change things as need be. So this is an awesome win, probably the second best win of the 5-game win streak so far, just because of the way they had to win this game. Pretty tight down the stretch, and they went out there and they executed. So shout out to the Pels, man. They need to continue to be able to win games different ways, because we're not going to be able to blow everybody out.
Yeah, gritty win by the Pelicans today, man. Shout out to Black Preacher Man. Says, again, do y'all still want to trade Zion? And by the way, DCQ did it again yesterday. He made up a word. All right, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Picking me up, making me back in this world. Stay tuned. Nobody gets hurt. Take the money out. All of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on. Stop stalling.
Yeah, Q, you ain't fooling nobody but yourself, man. Everybody knew this.
All right. Shout out to Black Preacher, man. We up
what the word was, family? What word he made up yesterday? I didn't get a chance to listen to the show. Tyler Shuck could bring it out you too. I can understand you making up a word with the same.
Oh, there go Tasha. Yes, he did. DC. There we go. Here we go.
I appreciate you, Tasha. I know you're gonna be on it.
All right. So anyway, in terms of the streaks, fam, right now, the Pelican win streaks that's happening right now. Of course, we on the 5-game streak.
Q.
Huh?
We 8-0.
Bro, listen, we are in terms of the streaks, we're currently on the 5-game win streak right now. 2023 to 24, it was 4 games. 2022 to 2023, it was 5 games. So the last time that happened is March the 19th through the 27th of 2023, when we put 5 games together. Prior to that, it was 9 games, which is the franchise record, in which the Pelicans did that twice. They did it in 2017.
That was under Stan Van Gundy or Alvin Gentry?
It was 2017 to 2018. They did it 9 games, and then 2010 to 2011, they did it 9 games. So that's the last time. The largest streak we ever had was 9 games. Pelicans 4 games off of that. Can they get 9 and break it? That will be astronomical if they can do it, man. If they keep playing like how they're playing, man, listen, the Pelicans, man. And like I said, if we can get north of 7 wins, because, you know, with all of the losing, if we can get north of 7, 9, 8, 9, 10 wins, somewhere up there, that would totally flip a lot of stuff that's going on in terms of the Pelicans from a standard perspective. And it will truly make it a December to remember, and be able to really push us forward and fuel us for the 2026 campaign for the rest of the season. So it will be an astronomical, because right now the Pelicans at 8-22. We're still maybe 5 games out of the
4.5, buddy.
4.5 games out of the final spot in the playing. So I mean, yeah, and nobody wants to see the Pelicans in no playing, man, when they playing like this. And could you imagine when they retain this identity and crystallize this and get to that portion of the season and able to keep their health together, nobody's want to. They're going to want to see the Pelicans, man. At that point, nobody, especially a confident Zion Williamson, and it definitely flips everything upside down on its head to me in terms of what the NBA is looking at when they're dealing with the Pelicans, man. We here. Let's keep getting it. All right, DC, a few thoughts, man, on. I'm going to give you a chance to kind of respond on that, and we're going to push this thing into the stats, man. Shout out. Jess, we got Cleveland up next. We're going to do a preview after the stat running. Yeah, the Shuckinator. That's what that is.
The Shuckinator?
It wasn't. No.
You're good with a lot of names, right? You always got a goddamn.
The Shuckinator, yeah. It's a Terminator and Shuck.
Mickey Mouse Loomis, the Shuckinator.
Man, that was a classic. Mickey Mouse Loomis. That was a classic.
All the other guys. What you call Raccoon Willie Green? You always coming up with some shit.
Nah, I don't think I call him Raccoon Willie Green.
What you called him?
I talked about the circles around his eyes and all that. I might have mentioned something like that. So, but yeah, go ahead, DC.
Call a man a raccoon for a legit whole year, dog.
Hey, I love this one, Chuck Norris.
I like that one.
That's fire, man.
You need to trademark that one.
That's the best one yet. Yeah, Chuck.
On the Saints social media.
You gonna see Chuck. You gonna see a picture of Chuck Norris with the martial arts stuff on. You're gonna have Chuck Norris body with Chuck's head on a t-shirt. Chuck Norris is cold. All right, but anyway, go ahead, DC.
But yeah, man, as far as the Pelicans, when I look at the stats, man, it's just crazy. You know, they found a way to win this game.
Shout out to Mike, man.
You know, looking at the fact that I'm pretty sure we lost the rebound battle. We was getting our ass kicked on that all night. But the thing that jumped out to me though, Q, guess what? For the fourth game in a row, the Pelicans shoot 85% or more from free throw line, bro.
On 27 attempts. Let's touch on the stats.
That's a huge thing because they shot 85 and the Mavericks shot 50% from free throw line.
And that's usually what you would do. Like if we would do that, the old Pelicans would get 21 attempts and hit 11 for 21, 52%. And they would be on PPR saying, man, we need to get that number up to somewhere in the 80s, mid 80s, high 80s. And the Pelicans are doing that. And Zion contributed 4 for 4 from the foul line in some good moments to help seal the deal. But here's some of the stats right here. Pels were 44 of 97 for 45% tonight, 8 of 34 from downtown for 24, hit 2 less three-pointers than the Mavericks. Mavericks had a bunch of more than the Pelicans, 46 of 104 for 44 on their side of it. Like DC alluded to, they went to the line 27 times, hit 23 of 27 for 85%. That is beyond respectable for a team at home. Getting 27 attempts, we able to knock that many down for 85%. That's beautiful. The rebound edge did go, however, to the Dallas Mavericks, 57 to 51. Pelicans did snatch about 14 offensive boards tonight. The assist game was very close, 29-28 advantage Mavs. The steals were tied 9-9. The blocks went to the Mavs 5-2. The Pelicans did tamp down the turnovers. They only had 13 tonight with 14 points given up off of those turnovers. The Mavericks had 17 turnovers. Pelicans forced 20 points out of them. The fast break game was the Mavs, 28-11, but Pels did win point in the paint, 72-66. And it's just like the largest leads were about 11, so it was actually a very respectable game at a point, and then the Pelicans turned around and hung 40 points on the Mavs in the final quarter to push the game through. Then, of course, on the opposite side of things, the top scorer in the game was Zion Williamson, and coming off the bench, 25 minutes, 24 points in 25 minutes, 10 of 14 from the field. He was 4 for 4 from the foul line, snatched 9 boards, 3 assists, and only had 1 turnover in the game, +2. Zion was doing his thing tonight, man. And, of course, in the starting lineup, Derek Queen. How could you not? Derek Queen continues to be a magnificent player for the Pelicans. He played 34 minutes, had 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting from the field. He was 5 of 6 from the foul line. He snatched 11 rebounds, dished out 6 assists, and 2 steals, +13 for DQ. Sadiq Bey, another big moment game for Bey. in this thing. 19 points in 35 minutes, 7 of 17 from the field. But he was a disastrous 0 for 6 from downtown, but he was 5 for 5 from the foul line, snatched 7 boards to go along with an assist. He was plus 12 as well. Trey Murphy had 11 points in 38 minutes, 4 of 12 shooting the ball. He was 1 of 4 from downtown, 2 for 2 from the foul line. He threw in 5 points and 5 rebounds with 4 assists. He had 4 steals plus 10 for him. Jeremiah Fears in 24 minutes had 12 points. He kind of struggled a bit with the shooting, 4-14, hit 1 3-pointer, 3 or 4 from the foul line, 5 rebounds, 4 plus 17. Herb Jones, man, 22 minutes for Herb. He had finished with 9 points, kind of stepped on DQ's. His foot kind of twisted his ankle. He did walk off the court. You see he threw down his towel, a little frustration there. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown. He finished with 2 rebounds and 4 assists in those 22 minutes. And of course, off the bench, Jordan Poole, 27 minutes, 14 points, 4 of 12 from the field. He had a couple of 3-point shots. And like we talked about, the rebounds, had 2 of them in assists, but he was in there playing defense. His energy and how he played helped really galvanize the Pelicans and in a major way, gave them confidence late in. And the guy's a bucket, man. What can I tell you? Carlo Mekovic and Jose had 5 and 6 points respectively. Carlo Mekovic had 6 rebounds, 5 points in 14 minutes. Carlo getting these minutes and getting in there and making stuff happen. Jose had 6 points and 3 assists for him today. And that pretty much is for our Pelicans tonight, handling the business and sticking it to Anthony Davis, who had 35 points and 17 rebounds. Very respectable pointage by AD in his return. But guess what? You got to take an L and getting on up out of here, Playboy. So, yeah. Pelicans handle up, man. Go ahead, DC. You got it, brother.
And guess what, Q? They ran a double big lineup. They waited the whole game before they did it. They ran a double big lineup at the end that I was a little concerned about, and we ate that shit alive. Yeah,
you know what? A big part of it, they didn't play to their identity. They tried to do what we do, and you couldn't do they couldn't sustain it.
So you think they got burnt out with that Uno reverse?
Yeah, because that's not what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They was trying to switch it up. Now that was good to switch it up. Then you fold back to what you would usually do.
Well, but actually, we slowed it down because we got tired.
In the end, but the issue is with the Pelicans, like toward the back end, you seen what happened with them when they were able to kind of get things going with Jordan Poole hitting big shots, the defense forcing the turnovers, Zion in his moments, DQ in his moments, and Sadiq Bey in his moments. It was just big bucket, stop here, getting to the foul line, converting on this type of stuff over and over again. So every time the Pelicans got whacked, they went to the line, they made them pay. That's what you're supposed to do. You get fouled, go to the line, make them pay. And we never, and then toward the back end, we almost lost that stuff, man. We let them dwindle it down, but we stood firm. And Borrego did what he did best, DC. He hit a timeout and he went and talked to him and settled them down, went out there, and we were able to hold secure the deal because it got a little scary toward the back end, man. All right, shout out to Multi Tiger 333. Finally playing like grown men. Thank you for that, brother.
Thank you very much. Picking me up, bringing me back to this world. Stay cool, nobody gets hurt. Take the money out, all of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on. Stop stalling.
All right, thank you, Multi Tiger. Appreciate you, my brother, for that. DC, go ahead. Hold on, DC Q. Tasha says, Q, I'm keeping the count on your keeping a count on your made up words because you are so debatatory and so what's that?
Vicarious
with DC. All right, okay, Tasha. That's fine. That's okay. All right, go ahead, DC.
But yeah, man, another stat, looking at the team stats, Q, that I was super impressed by. And this was a game where you had to fight for the rebounds, man. Dallas was very good at trying to get the loose balls and stuff. But at the end of it all, man, the Pels only had 13 turnovers. And they forced Dallas to 17 of them joints.
You got 20 points off of it. Yes, indeed.
And 3 of them, was like on DQ on some, he a rookie trying stuff. And he went out there and had I think he probably had like 2 or 3 steals too. So he made up for all of his turnovers. So every stat in every way that they could have possibly made up for losing the rebound battle, losing the fast break battle, they went out there and did it. But you were right. The Dallas Mavericks, at times we were dictating the pace of the game, the tempo, and how the game was played. They were trying to play like us, and they can't sustain that. But it's good to see something like that instead of the other way around of us trying to shoot all these goddamn threes, like other teams. I think the 3-point count, man, maybe around 30 something instead of the 40 that Willie Green kept talking about. I don't think we ever gonna be a 40 attempt 3-point shooting team. We shot 24% tonight from 3. So if you're looking for something that we need to improve on, that's always there. Obviously, the other thing would be execution at the end of the game. There's no reason for us to be trying to shoot shots with 14 seconds still left on the shot clock. When you up by like 10 or 8 points, like in 50-something seconds left in the game, just don't make sense. So they need to tighten up on that because, you were playing a better team. That's as resilient as yourself. We could have lost that game, man, because they didn't do that shit one time. They kept doing it. But nonetheless, not to keep beating them down, because this was an excellent effort tonight. Excellent win by the Pels. Statistically, looking at my individuals, I thought Trey had an off night, but Trey was doing everything he could, by impacting the game different ways. He wasn't perfect defensively tonight, but I thought he put up a hell of an effort defensively. Didn't have a lot of rebounds, but he got some very timely rebounds when we needed them. And he went out and hit those 2 free throws to help close out the game. So I think Trey did his thing. You definitely want to see him with more than 11 points, but Trey ain't usually going to go 4 for 12. But what can I say about Derek Queen, man? That's a guy I didn't get to talk about too much so far tonight. And Q, he had a move he did, and this is becoming like a every night thing. Every fucking night, Derek Queen will do something that's like, what the fuck did I just see? He went, man, this dude did a spin move inside of he had like 3 defenders around him, did a spin move, and does the perfect footwork, ends up right at the goal, man, and lays it in. It's just crazy. The other game, he had what did he do? He did like a spin move, turn around, fadeaway shot in between 2 defenders. In the Rockets game, he put Sengun on the floor. It's like every game, man, he's just doing something that's like, hold up now. You a rookie? Supreme confidence, man. Plays within his game, knows his game. Nobody can speed him up. Just the turnovers every once in a while from him trying to force a pass or something like that. AD was scared to pick the man up full court. Like nobody don't want to see him when he coming downhill. He just has a knack and a way for being able to get to the bucket, man. And 19, 11, 6. 2 steals, a block, did have 3 turnovers, but that's pretty damn impressive, man, for a rookie. Derek Queen went out there tonight and basically outplayed Cooper Flag, who everybody pretty much has crowned already as the rookie of the year. And if DQ keep playing like this, I don't know, man. He definitely got a shot. But just a tremendous effort from the big fella, man. Another double tonight. And you just got to love to see it. And when is the last time we had a rookie that goes out here with impactful minutes and plays 34 to 35 minutes a game? Insane, man. This another level. Somebody in the chat, I don't know who you were, but can you give us some more info on you say you saw Derek Queen limping, going back to the locker room? I hope that ain't anything. You probably saw though, guys playing very up tempo. They were tied tonight, so gonna be looking forward to see how they go out and try and execute against Cleveland which they got to do tomorrow, man. They're on the plane right now, probably flying there to be able to play tomorrow night. So got a back-to-back. If they win this Cleveland game, man, I think the whole Pelicans nation, bro, gonna go crazy. Back-to-back after this game, after the Rockets game, this would be a truly historic effort and start to a major comeback for the Pels to probably get in the playing spot. It would be awesome to see them get that franchise record that Big Q pointed out with 9 wins, man. I love to see that on winning streak. Just give me more than 6. That's the most I think Willie Green ever got. You give me more than 6 wins, shit, on a winning streak, man, we might have our coach, Q. I don't know for sure, but we might have our coach. Then you had Zion, man. He went out there, brother, 25 minutes, 24 points. Man, this bench shit is crazy. Zion going out there and doing this thing. It almost looked like what we saw last year when he was putting up some phenomenal numbers that time last year, even though we weren't trying to win. And now you see him coming off the bench doing this. They still got him on this minutes restriction. And they basically just saved most of his minutes for the full quarter. He was sitting on about 18 minutes, I think. And after that, they yanked him and they just set him all the way till maybe the 6 or 5 minute mark in the full quarter. And it seems to be working. They're letting him play in longer stretches. And that's working, man. 10 for 14, and the whole arena's looking at him. They know he's trying to do a layup and just couldn't stop it with Dallas, man. So on to Cleveland. See what they could do there. Oh, I forgot about Jordan Poole, man. But pretty much I already talked about him. He was having an all right game, and then that 4-quarter explosion, man. And defensively, it's kind of shocking me with some of them plays he was making. But Jordan Poole, he's just a winner, man. Got championship pedigree. Guys like that, they're going to go out there and make it happen when they got to. Jose and Carlo also gave some impactful minutes as well.
Yeah, it was a good game, man, for the Pels. Cleaning up the fourth quarter, putting 40 points on the Mavs to close it out, beating Anthony Davis. It's always a sweet thing to knock him off and have him leave here with a loss. But the Pelicans, the biggest thing is we collect another win, man, and we press this thing forward, man. So the next question is, can the Pelicans keep this winning going? Can they keep it? Can we get more? That's the whole thing. The Pelicans winning 5 games in a row. Can we get more? Can we get a 6th game? Like I said, the most we've ever had was 9 for the franchise record. The Pelicans, can we get a 6th straight win? Well, guess what? The next team is the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that is tomorrow. So a lot of questions around, how that's going to look. So the Pelicans have to hop on a plane and get up there to Cleveland and take on a team. And the Cavs, I think the Cavs are like 2-3 the last 5 games as opposed to Pelicans doing their thing. But it's not going to be easy to go up there and knock Cleveland off. I'm not saying they're a juggernaut. They're 16-14, 10-8 at home. They're not a juggernaut there. But this Pelicans team could run with the best of them, man. So it's going to be a good test. 6:30 tip-off time in Cleveland tomorrow in what is it, Rocket Arena. It's going to be fun, DC, to see this team because, like I said, man, these guys, you'll see Donovan Mitchell. I don't think Evan Mobley, we'll see where he is in the game. But the Pelicans fighting like what they are, man, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We'll have to see what's going on with Herb for the game. But they have the list. You can see here the injury list with Larry Nance. Max Strus and Evan Mobley are listed as out for this game, so they're not going to be participating in the game. You can see some of the numbers right here. Don't make any really sense to go over it. Really, the game, love the numbers of the 5-game winning streak, and even prior to that, before the Pelicans really started delving in, when we was just letting games fall apart. But as you can see, this is the last 5-game sample size serving right here. You can see a 3-game losing streak. They lost twice to Chi-Town. Then Charlotte, then tonight they were able to come back and beat Charlotte. So they beat Charlotte 139-132. as the Pelicans handled up on Dallas. So tomorrow, so both teams, DC, both teams on back-to-back. So not one has an advantage in terms of rest. So
That's
Cleveland up next. Can we get win number 6? That's the biggest part. Matchup indicator says Cleveland 75%, almost 76% versus the Pelicans 24.3. Still not getting no respect in that favor though. But who wins?
Well, Big Q, I'm gonna go ahead and step out.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just gonna step out. I ain't stepping on no limb. I'm just stepping out. I think the Pels gonna go ahead and win, man. For one particular reason. I don't think they have a real answer for what we're gonna do with Zion, with Evan Mobley being out of this game, as well as the addition of DQ. I think that's just too much to ask of Jared Allen to be able to try to handle that. Donovan Mitchell is obviously a problem. He's averaging 30 points, right? But outside of him, without Evan Mobley, I mean, who else we really got to worry about right now? You still got Darius Garland there, but he's not playing his best basketball as of now. And just looking at this team, and they're pretty much, 2 games over 500. So you're not talking about a sad team, but if we can go and we can beat the Houston Rockets, I know damn for sure we could beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. The only caveat, I think, with the Pels that could cause us to win this game, man, it is a back-to-back. And tonight, I think this game, they just had to give ultimate effort to be able to win this game, man. We knew this wasn't going to be an easy game. Dallas is another team like ourselves trying to still get back into the thick of things. Does Dallas own their own pick? Can't remember. They should own their own pick this year. So if they are trying to tank, I don't think they're worrying about it right now. Maybe they're just trying to maximize Cooper Flag and see what he can do. But anyway, they're a team that came to play tonight, and they gave us everything we can handle, man. And it took a lot of effort and energy. So going into the game tomorrow, I'm curious to see what they can do with Cleveland. But Cleveland just had a high-scoring game with the Hornets, 139, 132 points and all this, They was on a 3-game losing streak prior to this, and they got their dub tonight. So, they're going to come in up feeling pretty good as well. So this is a pretty tough matchup. We get to face Lonzo Ball again, with their second unit. I think he may be able to cause some issues for us, along with Hunter. They look like they might be playing him off the bench. And I think those two guys, man, what they can do off the bench might be what turns the game or kind of determines the outcome of the game from the side of Cleveland. Because if they can get something out of them, or a guy like Sam Merrill, like they did last time, who's an excellent three-point shooter. I remember he came and we played Cleveland at some point last year, man. Sam Merrill tore our ass up. It's like, man, who is this? Who is this dude? Never heard of him before. But I remember from that whooping they put on us that last game. And I think with Lonzo Ball, man, in that second unit and probably being in there with the starters too, it just makes things flow a lot better. And it's another issue, another problem for us to watch out for. So this ain't going to be an easy victory. But Evan Mobley is a big piece of what they're doing. And without him, man, I just don't think they can handle the momentum of the Pelicans. And, just how we're putting everything together, man, and strength in numbers. And I think when you look at our 1 through 10 versus their 1 through 10 plus the way we're playing right now, I don't think they can beat us. But we are in their home, and it's going to take a hell of an effort.
Yeah, Cleveland is an interesting team, man. But I'm looking at them, like you said, they're not a juggernaut at home. They do have these struggles. The way the Pelicans are playing right now, man, it's you don't want to bet against them. The way this team is running and how they playing, man, because they're not just running you out of the building scoring wise, but they're also playing defense now. You can see Coach Borrego chastising Trey when he was supposed to rotate to help Queen on AD, and Coach Borrego was yelling at him. And like I said, he's doing some instruction. He's out there coaching these guys up, and you can see the defensive improvement. And not only that, but Coach Borrego is also getting them right with the fundamental stuff, man. Like I said, I can't overemphasize the fact that the Pelicans are playing with getting this stuff right from the foul line. You don't understand how much that means in these close games when you hit an 85, 83, 85 or north of that from the foul line. That really helps you. Look what happened to Dallas tonight when they were 11 to 23 or whatever it was. You don't think those points they left on the foul line could have helped? 11 for 21, DC. You don't think them points could have kind of helped them a bit? So, like I said, man, I just love what they're doing. I love how they circulating the ball. I love how the chemistry is there. I love how Borrego is using these players at the right time. He's sticking to the lineup that's working. He's bringing guys off the bench that is working with that lineup and chemistry. He's using Zion in the way where Zion's involved in the game, using them tonight to close out and playing 20-something odd minutes tonight. The question is Zion playing tomorrow? We do realize is he still under?
You heard Borrego kind of tipped his hand to me with it. He said, they asked him something, I think, about Zion playing tomorrow, and he said, I think we did real good with Zion minutes today. I guess alluding to him not playing a lot of minutes, he gonna be fresh. With him coming off the bench, man, I don't think they're gonna do that to Zion. Where they're gonna be like, okay, you coming off the bench now, but at the same time, they also gonna tell you can't play back to back still too. I don't know, man. I think this is the point where maybe they rip the Band-Aid off. I'm saying maybe he goes to the starting lineup because her may not be there, but maybe they don't do that and they just allow him to still come off the bench so he can play back to back. So I could very well see that happen.
Exactly. I would not,
Who you gonna put in starting lineup though? Jared Poole? Who's gonna start lineup?
I don't know if I want to put Poole.
Carlo? You gonna put Carlo in the starting lineup? Like who?
I don't know. I have to think about it, bro. I don't know. I know who would get some minutes though. I know Bryce McGowan's. I know I give Bryce McGowan's an opportunity to get some minutes if we don't have that Herb Jones spot. Maybe not in the starting capacity, but maybe off the bench, we can get him some minutes. Sadiq, I don't know if I'm putting in a PV, but I'll be leery to move Zion.
Jordan, I don't want no Jose Jeremiah Fears.
That's right. Slim is debatatory. That's right. Slim says debatatory, man. Which it's all debatatory, fam. That's right. That's DC's strange word. That's debatatory. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see because I got it right here.
It's a rather good word that perfectly describes.
Of course you would believe. Of course you would believe.
Perfectly describes you. That's what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother. All right. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, DC.
That's very debatatory of you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to monitor what's going on with her, man. A sprained right ankle. Herb just coming back from what was deemed as wouldn't say it's a concussion, but he got knocked upside his head in the previous game. And then he kind of stepped on DQ's shoe and went down. The good news is that he did walk off the floor in his own power. He was kind of frustrated by the fact, but I'm just thankful that we have the depth that we do to be able to absorb losing Herb Jones. And that's why I really love what Sadiq Bey brings, man. For real, man, because with Herb in and out of the lineup with injuries, Sadiq Bey's been as steady as they be, man. I mean, he's there. And then, of course, like I said, I'm so happy with all these other young guys. We have like Peavy stepping in there, getting minutes when he needs to. And guys stepping in, stepping up. Coach Borrego talked about that. That's what it's all about. He said, when your number is called, be ready. And that's what they're doing, man. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know about the Zion Williamson thing. DC, you do make a good point, man, about him playing these minutes, bro. 25 minutes tonight.
They ain't got to play Phoenix till Friday, after this game. So he played this one game on a back-to-back. You could call it a strategic back-to-back. And then you rest him for 2 days after that before he got to play again. So I don't see why he can't do it.
What's up, Lex? Shout out to my girl Lex, man. She in the building. Much
Lex in the building. Well, damn, Lex, you popping shots at me. She said I'm on hopium. DC on that hopium. What's that, Lex?
Yeah, mix that in. Yeah, DC. Jaden said, "Let DC have his happy moment." He can have it. Jaden.
I appreciate you, Jaden. I've been very happy over these 5 games. You know?
Yeah, I've been happy too, bro. I'm telling you.
You told me I was too bitter and negative. With that
I did say that. Boy, I said DC, boy. That dude DC walking around here drinking vinegar smoothies all damn day, boy. That boy was so angry.
It was a little alcohol in it. It wasn't no vinegar.
Oh, it was definitely some vinegar in that son bitch, boy. You had your apple cider vinegar in it. That's what you had in it, boy.
That's good for the gut. I ain't had that.
Yeah, but I couldn't say you was full of it because you was drinking on them apple cider vinegar smoothies. So yeah, it's all good.
They had no hopium in sight, you know.
Now you done sold all that a year or two ago.
I ain't got no hopium. It's just facts, Lex.
But the thing is, man, a lot of what we talked about over time is coming to fruition. Now we knew that ultimately. I'm so happy we moved on from the coach situation. And then you get Coach Borrego. But boy, you know, some of the stuff that we're seeing happening now, it's just striking, right? Like, for instance, the whole thing with the Zion Williamson thought process to move Zion to the bench, right? And then scoped his play in a way where he's involved in the clutch portion of the game. I mean, we couldn't come up with that before. And remember when Willie Green it wasn't the Willie didn't have.
You say we couldn't come up with that, and then you mentioned Willie Green, bro.
I'm saying I'll answer my own, but this is the thing. But DC, listen, and he just didn't have the.
He couldn't come up. What did Willie Green come up with?
Listen,
he didn't even come up with the switch all. That's Jaron Collins, huh? What did he come up with? He stole 0.5 from Monty Williams. What did Willie Green come up with himself?
Point Zion from Van Gundy, you mean?
He didn't come up with anything.
Yeah, he stole the 0.5 from Van.
I'm lying. He did come up with one thing.
What, lying at the press conference? What he came up with?
We got to fight. That was it.
Absolutely nothing. That's right.
That was his big joker in the deck right there, bro. We got to fight. That was it.
Joy. That's right, Slim. Oh yeah, that's it. That's Joy. No, actually, no, Slim, you're wrong. He didn't come up with Joy. I think he borrowed that from David Griffin.
I'm willing to bet this one too, Q.
I think he borrowed that from David Griffin. I don't think that boy had a original thought in his body.
Lex right. I gotta give her credit for this one. She said compassion. He is Willie.
He did, but did he really come up with that, or he was just parroting phrases that David Griffin had plastered on the wall? That was stuff that David Griffin really kind of moved and talked about. He the one that was facilitating all these fluffy, soft ass words, and then Willie just parroted the stuff. I don't think he came up with all that stuff. I think that was stuff that was fed to him by David Griffin, to be honest with you. Because Griffin, that's all he did was talk about having a fluffy, family-centered team. Not one that's doing anything, that's getting pushed around. That's a joke, but this is what the man wanted. And I just think Willie Green just parroted a lot of his talking points. That's what I think. I don't think he brought any damn thing original to the team, to be honest with you.
We would say force, but after hearing James Borrego, I think that was actually
that's Borrego. Pace of violence and force, or what you call it, speed and violence, or whatever it was called. Lex loves it. That's a philosophy. Speed and violence, yeah. But see, that's what I'm talking about, though, DC. A lot of the stuff that we see, like moving, we have 2 guys coming off the bench and we talk about this all the time. That's over $60 million between 2 players, and they willfully, happily accept coming off the bench to 2 rookies, right? That is crazy work. If you really dig in when all of this is said and done.
Because I hear people
hold on, DC. Remember when your boy tried to bring him off the bench, and remember what happened when Willie Green tried to explain it to Jordan Poole to come off the bench for the benefit of the team. How well? And shot the ball, hit the 3-pointer, and turned at him and stared him down.
He gave him the evil eye.
Right. So, but Borrego can make it work. He make it work with Zion. He make it work with Poole. So I guess Willie didn't have the cachet to pull it off. Go ahead, bro. What you was gonna say?
Winning carries everything, man.
Exactly. Yes.
But I was gonna say, like everybody's like, you can't have a superstar come off the bench. That ain't never happened before. Zion line and this and that. But a lot of people think Zion don't care and they're doing this to trade him. I've seen this before where you have maybe not like this, where it's a run of games, but I've seen this for a game where you have a superstar come off the bench or maybe get froze out of game because the lineup was playing well. You know who did it, Q? Coach Popovich. You remember watching the Spurs all the time and they would have these games where the starters wouldn't be getting it done, right?
Right.
Pop would empty the whole starting bench, including Tim Duncan.
That's right.
Put him on the bench. And the guys who got them back in the game, he would let them close out the game, man. And they won games like that. Guess who said no next to Coach Popovich?
That was Coach Borrego.
Exactly. So obviously he learned a thing or two. And
Tasha would make mention about that.
Yeah, Tasha like that. I brought up Coach Pop.
She happy you brought up the Spurs.
Right. But that's the only time I've ever seen that done. And maybe you had somebody like Phil Jackson that's probably done it as well, I'm sure, with MJ for a game or two. But as far as having this go on for this long, this is definitely a new thing. But it is something that is working. And let's say Wemby came off the bench, I guess after injury, right? So good coaches and intelligent basketball minds, man. This ain't nothing too crazy. You don't see it a lot. That's why a big deal is being made out of it.
You got to sell it though, but you got to sell it. That's the whole point, man. Before the win in DC, you got to sell it to the players. Because prior to that, man, we were just getting there and falling short. But ultimately, you got to be able to some kind of way package it to them that Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen is going to be in the starting lineup, because that's not traditional basketball thought process. Usually the guys that make the most money are the ones that get the spot, that are in there. So the previous coach would put Zion Williamson in as soon as he was healthy enough to play, despite the fact if you had synergy or chemistry or anything going on with the team, he would just simply by default insert him into the lineup. Borrego's a thinking coach. He's a strategist. He cares more about the harmony and the synergy of the guys playing together and understanding that a player that is hurt coming off the injury bench, off the bench or the list or whatever, could disrupt the rhythm of how the team is playing. And he's not going to have that. So just understanding those delicate matters right there is really big for a smart coach like that. So I'm really happy for Coach Borrego and the Pelicans, man, because this is long overdue. So, hey, man, 5 straight wins that's a great feat. And next week, but tomorrow we can have a 6th win. Because Cleveland, like I'm saying, man, I don't think Cleveland's definitely not a juggernaut. They're very beatable in their own building. We do have to deal with a fantastic player in Donovan. They do play well together. He'll be something interesting to kind of slow down. But in the end, I think we have enough firepower to dispatch Cleveland. I'm not going to lie to you, and then move forward for the double matchup against the Suns. I think that's the next one. But, man, I'm looking forward to these games, and I think the Pelicans will make this a December to remember and finish strong, man, and head into 2026. Murray back, Herb will be coming back. It's all grooving and moving right now, man. I'm loving it.
I mean, we technically don't know if Herb even leaving, man. I mean,
shout out to Jay Black, man.
It's a sprained ankle. You know what I'm saying? Herb may very well still just suit up and play like normal. And like
but you don't have to.
His ankle. It ain't like he had to be carried out or nothing.
Yeah, but DC, the thing is, you don't have to rush Herb Jones back to play, man. You don't. You have depth. That's what I'm saying.
I think just having him, I'm not gonna lie, man. The starting lineup, the way they've been doing this, they seem to. It works well to start a game, man. They've been setting the tone very well each game, and that's Herb out there. And Herb was playing pretty good tonight. offensively, he was gonna have an awesome game tonight. You know, he already had 9 points, and Herb probably went out. Did he go out before halftime? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember when he went out, bro. I'm gonna
You
be
know,
honest.
when Herb hit that first 3-pointer, Q, when he shoot that first 3-pointer and he hit it, yeah, they be in for a long night, man. he usually play good after he hit that first 3-pointer. Sometimes that ain't go that way, but he was like 4 for 7, I think, on the night. And you know what he gonna do defensively. I think for sure, probably would have slowed Cooper Flag down even more, or maybe help contain AD a little bit more. But yeah, and I get it as far as resting him, my man, but we don't know how serious the injury is, or if it's even, you know, a real injury. Might not be nothing, just a twisted ankle, like they said. So we gotta see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. I want that win, man. I want that win against Cleveland. We need to get this dub and push it to 6. Let me get the standings together right here for the family members, man, because now we can watch standings. Now it's doable for us to kind of pay attention to standings now. And here it is, right, man. And this the Pelicans are no longer at the bottom of the Western Conference. The Clippers and the Kings occupy those spots. The Pelicans have moved to the 3 teams out from the 10th spot, dealing with the Trailblazers. You can see the Mavericks, who we beat tonight, Utah, and then of course our Pelicans. 5-game winning streak. Pelicans are 5-5 over the last 10 games, playing some knockdown, drag out basketball, top and bottom, just fighting their asses off, man. Being fundamental as well. You can literally see the improvement overall on the team, offensively and defensively. The confidence is building, and the Pelicans believe that they can win, and that's what it is, man. And we will kind of run into this thing. So you see a lot of teams ahead of us. It's really encouraging too, family, is that as we win games, as we win 5 straight, the teams ahead of us, like, you know, of course, we helped Dallas lose his 2nd in a row. The Utah Jazz are, losing 3 in a row currently. So as we continue to win, teams ahead of us continue to help us out by losing. So we just have to keep the trend going, man, and keep powering through. So very encouraging. Pelicans climbing out of that cellar, man.
Yeah, man. We still got a long way to go, though, Q. You know, we ain't totally where we want to be. We don't want to start doing victory laps and stuff, but this is definitely, I guess, a good point to be in, man, with the way that they started this season. And if they turn this around and we actually make the plan and make the playoffs, would this be this probably would be I think a harder comeback than what Willie Green did his first year, right? Because I think we started maybe like 5-15.
Yeah, this was in the way DC. I think it was a little
3-22.
Yeah, this was a lot. I won't say this was a lot more difficult for Borrego, because when he took the team, like, right, it wasn't a lot of room in between with games where they can 2 or 3 days off where they can be able to practice. He had to hit the ground running. And then, of course, when he took over the team, they were so far in the hole, and then he had to deal with the roughness of the team losing barely, and it took a while before the Pelicans can figure out how to start winning these games, because you can see they'll play 3/4 of a game good and then have a bad quarter where they let somebody blitz them for like 40 points. And that happened for several games, and the quarter would float from here and there, and they had problems sinking in, figuring out what to do. The defense wasn't there. The offense would be there one night. The defense wouldn't be there another night. They wouldn't hit the free throws. It just was a mess. But ultimately, he kind of navigated the choppy waters, got these guys to believe. And like I said, Willie Green did not have the cachet to talk to a Jordan Poole or a Zion Williamson and explain to them why it would be beneficial for the team, for these guys who are $30+ million players, to come off the bench for rookies for the interests of winning. He did not have the cachet to be able to speak that type of game to these players and make them believe it. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, man, is that in my interpretation, my opinion, I think it's a lot tougher for Borrego. and he could very well have a job. I'm not going to say he has it locked up yet because, hey, man, if you have a Malone out there waiting, and, for Borrego to lock this thing up, man, he would, have to keep doing what he's doing and take this team from where they are and get them into the playoffs and then go from there. And I think he'll kind of seal the deal then. But as far as him, he's on the right trajectory, to be honest with you, man. But we'll see. That's just my thought process. Go ahead, DC.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do when DeJounte Murray comes back, because we know he's not going to the starting lineup. I know we've had these conversations, but thinking about it, Q, he's coming off of a torn Achilles, right? So adding him into this.
Oh, what up, cuz?
And he's coming back. He's almost going to have to come off the bench, right? And then it makes me look at a game like we had tonight. And I had my man comment up there talking about how Jordan Poole just jacked some shots up. I think DeJounte going out, because regardless of what he can't do, what we know DeJounte can do is play intelligent basketball, and he can play the point guard position to be able to close out a game. Do you think if DeJounte closed just those 50 seconds at the end of the game, they would have been putting up shots like that? Because I don't think so.
I don't think so, DC. I don't on that.
And I think that's what we're missing. We're missing that, and we either need to bring Yves up to speed or add him in the rotation at times. Like, we still need another big, and we need a point guard. We just need that mentality to be kind of sprinkled over guys like Jordan Poole. Maybe it's too late for him to get it, and he's just kind of is what he is as far as being a scorer, which is very awesome. But somebody like Fears, I think, could learn a lot from seeing how DeJounte can do the little things. But looking at this team, if DeJounte came back, he's closing out these moments, he does well there. Is there any way they would ever add him in the starting lineup? Because I don't know, man. The more I've been thinking about it, I don't. Is he? He could get traded, but I don't think he's gonna be in the starting lineup.
I say no to the start. I say no to the starting lineup, DC. I say unless, God forbid, injuries start hitting us and we have to he gets a certain amount of games where you can kind of move him into there. But I think it's a terrific problem to have, to be honest with you. At one point, we didn't have enough talent. Now we have all of our guys here. Now we have to find roles for where these guys need to play. And ultimately, I haven't seen DeJounte Murray on the bench. Have you seen DeJounte Murray on the bench? I haven't seen him. I've seen some other guys. I haven't seen Murray very much around the team. And I'll be watching the bench and paying attention. I haven't seen DeJounte. Anybody out there seen DeJounte Murray on the Pelicans bench recently? Hit the chat, let me know, man. I could have missed it, but for my knowledge, I haven't seen him at all. So I don't know how he's rehabbing by himself. I know he's around town. Lex said he's rehabbing, but I'm saying he's rehabbing alone. He's not rehabbing with the team. And of course, we talked about this previously about DeJounte Murray. I think me and you talked about DC a couple of streams ago that DeJounte Murray is definitely a guy on the trade block. As soon as they can get him healthy and get him back into playing, that he definitely gonna be one of the guys that they move. That's $30 million to kind of move him to a team that could utilize his talents, man. Because we like I said, we talked about the podcast. He didn't talk well about the Pelicans, and Joe Dumars has not been quiet or timid or shy about saying. He told the media like we was members of the team. He told the people out there, "Hey man, listen, I done told people that if you don't want to be here, I'll find you a place to go." So I mean, that's Joe's letting you know I'm building something special here. If you don't want to be a part of it, I'll find your ass somewhere to go. And DeJounte Murray to me is the most outspoken Pelican player we have. He don't care. He'll talk his mind. He don't care if you like it or not. But like I said, man, I think he's definitely on his way out, and I think it's a good problem to have. Eventually, we may be able to get something for him, maybe able to get some picks for him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's on his way out for sure. But just watching how all this is playing out, man, I'm not
we
sure.
gotta
I'm
find
not
something,
sure
Charles.
when.
They'll find something for him, DC, for a trade. What y'all think? Y'all throw it in the chat. Shout out
But
to
if
y'all.
you can't showcase him of
You got to play him
having
to
the
see healthy.
ability to be what he was, like what are we supposed to? We're gonna give up an asset to get rid of him, or are we gonna give up an asset to go chase somebody else and use him as salary? If you got to get rid of him, or you want that would probably be the smartest thing to do.
Well, I mean, you don't, because the thing is too, because I think we got him for multiple years. Like he's not on an expiring deal, so we have him here for multiple years. So you don't have to take a cheap, desperate deal at the trade deadline to move him. You could be patient and hold on to him and move him in the off season or whatever. But things have changed. Like they were fielding offers. There was verified reports from credible insiders that was talking about the Pelicans were listening to offers for players. That you most certainly have to understand that has definitely changed.
So wait, you said they were listening to offers.
They were listening to offers. You know that?
I've heard they weren't listening to offers at all. There's so much stuff out there, man.
We've heard reporters. We've covered it on PPR, man. I played the reports. You know, I've listed the sources, and then people can go back and look it up. But there were reports, and insiders saying that the Pelicans were listening to offers at one time for players, and situations change because you start winning. People are now synced in and galvanized. And nobody wants to go anywhere because they can see what's happening here with Joe Dumars and Borrego and the rest of the staff. They want to be a part of this because they see the greatness of what's going to happen out of this. So, that was early on when a lot of the losing was happening, but winning changes things, dog. You know that. So at some point, Murray is a piece, and we know people are interested in our guys. We know the Golden State Warriors are interested in Trey. There's so many reports on that. There is they're interested in the Lakers are interested in Herb. The Knicks are interested in Jose. And it goes on and on. So I mean, it's just one of these situations, man, where winning changes that idea of what we're gonna do with these assets. And the only guy right now, as you know, that's away and might not be dialed into it is DeJounte. Yeah. So we'll see what it looks like on the other side in 2026.
Out in LA.
Hey man, whatever fam asking me, what we think he can get. We're gonna trade him for Q. We'll figure something out, bro.
Well, I could see him as being like salary.
Lex said Lakers interested in everybody.
Man, the Lakers, that's every year. They always, but and then you be like, man, nobody ain't trying to help the Lakers, and then they get Luka Doncic. But I don't think it's gonna be us trying to get them something meaningful to propel them into
what's up, Stace?
Into another championship. We already been on that road. But I think they could put him.
Philippe says somebody posted him on TikTok cursing at a fan in Los Angeles. He shouldn't have his ass out there. He can't rehab in New Orleans. I guess that just everybody.
They ain't got no clutch. They ain't got no clutch facility out here, Q.
Oh, he don't have enough table time, so he got to go to curse at somebody. See, he gonna get in trouble out there.
Yeah, and him and young boy ain't probably saying on the best of terms. The man got a divorce or getting divorced from his wife, or I don't know if they were they married. But anyway, she on stage at Young Boy concert and all that. He got a lot of stuff going on, bro. Probably feeling like his life fell apart since he came to New Orleans.
So hold on. I was not aware of that, bro. I'm paying attention to personal lives. DeJounte Murray's girl, the mother of his children, is in a relationship with NBA YoungBoy. Is that what you're telling me?
She was NBA YoungBoy's previous girlfriend. Like they dated before she was with DeJounte.
So what is she doing? She's back with NBA YoungBoy?
I don't know if she back when she was on stage with him. And then after that, everybody saying they splitting up.
What was she doing? Is she a performer?
No, Q. She's known for being somebody who dates famous people. She's not known for having the talent.
Well, that's on Murray then, bro. I mean, she can do what she want to do. Why he tripping on that?
My bad. This my man here said that that's NBA young boy baby mama.
Oh, well, that's on him then.
Yeah, well,
he can't be mad. He can't be mad about that, bro. You gotta blame the game. Don't blame her. Blame the game, Playboy. That's how I was taught. Okay. I see what your boy said. He said a VH. I hear you, brother. Well, hey man, hey bro, decisions. That's all I got to say. Decisions.
The brother,
I ain't gonna be dating no damn video vixen. I know that for that. That ain't the type of woman I'm interested in. I don't want no video vixen.
Lex say she for the streets.
That's right.
For the streets.
I don't know. DeJounte kind of lame in the head when it get down to stuff like this. So he had a child with this woman. See, I don't be following these people personalized.
You know how these the entertainer people do, man. I would never understand, trying to date or be with somebody that is well known that somebody else to been with, man. It's just so many women out there.
So the woman's community property is pretty much what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, but he's not the only one guilty of that.
She works for the YMCA. Okay, I understand. Okay, I got it now. She community property. Okay,
she's very charitable.
Okay.
What?
All right. Okay. DC, we're gonna leave that point alone right there, brother. We're gonna leave that right there, brother. You have to leave that right there, man. I did not know that. That's why his ass is out there in Los Angeles, man. You chasing behind a ghost, bro. You better leave that there alone, bro.
I would never leave that alone. Me personally, I would never want to date anybody that I know been with NBA YoungBoy for certain clinical reasons. You know what I mean? Like
what? Talk, boy. No, what are you talking about, man?
I'm just saying, man. If the rumors are true, I wouldn't roll a dice on it though.
Man, this dude tripping, man. I did not know that. I thought he was smarter than that. He just make good basketball decisions, huh? I guess I don't know what's going on. I pray for that brother, man. I pray that he find his way out, man. He might have a soul tie to that chick. That's why he out there like that, and she do not.
Man, she from out here, man. They be knowing some strange type of magic sometimes.
I think that's New Orleans, more New Orleans than Baton Rouge, DC.
Well, everybody from New Orleans learn from people. I mean, everybody from Baton Rouge that be getting lit, they be to learn from people in New Orleans.
Yeah, this is true.
So,
this is true.
Ain't no telling what's dibbling and dabbling on that side of the fence, bro.
Well, speaking of dibbling and dabbling, let's move back on over here to what we talk about. Did you make the call on this game with Cleveland? You said you call it. You stepped out on a limb. You're not limb stepping. You're giving the Pelicans the 6th win, correct?
Yeah, I said I ain't stepping out on them. I'm just stepping out. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping out like I got on a fly pair of Stacey Adams or some Gators. I'm just stepping out, man. They gonna get the dub.
Okay,
man,
I'm with you on that.
No limbs needed, bro. I'm on the ground.
I'm with you on that, man. I know that Cleveland right now, man. Over the last 10 games, they're 4-6 over the last 10. DC. They did win tonight, 16-14. At home, they're 10-8. So, they're not a juggernaut at home, and this team kind of is dealing with some problems as well. Yeah. They're without one of their top players in Evan. So in the end, man, I think the Pelicans, man, we're gonna go in there and get that, especially if we can get Herb Jones back, man. But I just like our chances in this one. I think we're gonna be okay.
Say Q, you got to put on that Sleepy Brown. If they win, bro.
Sleepy Brown.
Yeah, I'm stepping out. I gotta find a song. I'm sending to you. You gotta add that to the sound lexicon, bro, for me.
If they win the 6th,
if they win, we gotta throw that Sleepy Brown. I'm stepping out on.
Why? What's the correlation? Well, when they win the win, why would I play that song?
Do I really gotta fill in the blanks for you? All right, moving on. I'm gonna just give you the damn song.
I'm just saying stepping out. I'm just saying I just want you to explain it to everybody, bro. It explain it out, bro. You know,
Ain't nothing to explain. I already explained it.
I like
Moving
Chuck
on.
Norris. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was fire. Chuck Norris is fire, man. That was pretty good. Chuck Norris, that was pretty good, man. Shout out to them all on that one, man. That was pretty fire, man. Using old actors and names and stuff like that. That was pretty good, man. Anyway, let's power through, man, and listen, man. Shout out to y'all for being in the chat. Y'all feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. Big ups to the fam. Pelicans win their 5th straight matchup, man. 6 is tomorrow, man. We'll be back on PPR 8:35 post-game recap. Coach Borrego will have it here. We'll break down and talk about the matchup, man. We, based on time, we might well even open up the phone lines, man, and hear from you guys. With the Pelicans winning, I know a lot of people got a lot to say and talk about the game. I know Jay Black and Stace probably won't get in there and kind of talk about it for a little bit. We can't keep it open for long, but because what is tomorrow? Tuesday? Yeah, Wednesday. There's a lot of stuff going on as we get closer and closer to Christmas. And happy holidays to all of the family members out there. I want to get that to y'all, man. Happy holidays. And what a way to spend our holidays is our Pelicans and the Saints and everybody winning right now, man. It's just a lovely and beautiful thing for the city, and we deserve this. Yes, we do. So with that being said, we're going to leave on that beautiful note. Much love to the fam. Hit the like button and the sub button and the share button. If you're listening on X, light it up, retweet, and retweet again. We'll see you tomorrow night. Much love. Peace. Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and do best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You can double, you can press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thewhodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thewhodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.